Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to game number 1 between CM After Dark. That stands for Clouded Minds, don't you know? And BFT Orion, which stands for Bunker Fun Time. Is Bunker Fun Time a team still? I know they combined with another team, and so it'd be kind of funny if BFT wasn't a team, but BFT Orion still is. Would kind of crack me up. We did go in and have BFT did win the coin flip to his first pick, which means Matt Pick jumped over to the side of CM After Dark. Before we get there, they were big old the no fun police and took out Brax's holdout. Also destroyed Tomb of the Spider Queen. We do go to have Sky Temple and Volskaya being taken out by BFT Orion. And our first map will be on the one, the only, the rarely seen, the impossibly realized Infernal Shrines. I know you never get to see this map. Matt, we'd be playing fun maps like Brax's Holdout, but no, we're stuck at Infernal Shrines. But hey, hey. Like, seriously? They literally just I just told them ready when you both are? Hold on, I have to be snarky. Okay, no, they figured it out, I was having fun with the snark. Oh, let me move myself back to the middle. I don't have the co-caster anymore. Whoop. Hello, Venus. Thank you for the games. Or maybe I should wait for you to actually finish playing before I thank you. You could actually come in here and like drop a turd all over everything. I shouldn't thank you guys at all. You guys banned Braxis. What the heck? I thought we were friends. Okay, we do go ahead and have Kitty move. You can be behind me. That's a kitty seat, but you can't be between me and the monitor. I need to be able to see. Move. Okay. Venus? First of all, I'm actually not wearing my boots tonight. I'm snowed in, so I never put them on. However, out these honking cute slippers I have. They're amazing. Also, they let me like prove just how amazingly flexible I am. I can actually put my foot next to my ear. It's amazing. I do have to actually like use my arm in order to push up. My foot will only naturally get to like right here. But yesterday I actually put on boots specifically because I was casting. And you were in chat. And you didn't do it. You didn't redeem boots. And then today when I don't do it. Basically, Venus, you're terrible. We do have Tracer being banned out, as well as Stukov and Hogger. Very, very different bans. Although Hogger makes a lot of sense on this map. Let's not tell falsehood. Oh, you know me. I'm always scandalous. We do go ahead and have the Johanna being banned out. No Rhaegar ban, because Rhaegar is not as good as they used to be. I guessed earlier, and my co-caster kept getting Rexar and Rhaegar mixed up. But we still have BFT trying to grab Rhaegar first and foremost. Not that Rhaegar is bad. I still consider him a good healer. He's just not, oh my god, overpowered the way he's been. So, what you going to come back from? You don't have Stukov. You don't have a Rhaegar. You will go and take Brightwing early on. Death Punisher going and getting that. And Tiger going in the lady herself, Sonya. I love how many people from the teams are in here talking to me. You guys are nuts. All right, Blaze coming out from Norseman, as well as Junkrat. Junkrat, a little bit of an interesting one. Very, very good clear. Blaze is most likely the offlaner, which means that we're going into phase 2 with both sides having a healer, both sides having an offlaner, neither side having a tank. So I would not be surprised to see tanks banned out here, but we might see DPS that kind of goes against the battle plan we're forming. That is the question. What are we going to see? I need to paint my nails. Look at my hand. You can tell that I've been like had a COVID winter going on. My arm is so pale and so gothy. Second, maximum goth. Go. So we do go ahead and have, oh, actually Zeratul Banner. So basically what that is telling me is there's someone on BFT Orion that just plays annoying heroes, which is interesting. I would have guessed it was Asmochad, but Asmochad's already taken Junkrat. Though granted, you can, of course, flip and flop it around. We do go ahead and have the Tychus being banned out, which may mean that there's a Diablo coming, but it may also be a bait, because Diablo could be picked up right here by Icex. It's always confusing because Icex is Icex in game, but Icex 2 on Twitch. Either that or they're actually not the same person. Icex 2 is like, finally, I have found my originator. But no, a Nubrock comes out. Now, a Nubrock also does not like having a Tychus around. Kind of gets shredded and edited. We'll have to see. We still need a second damage dealer coming out on the side of CM After Dark. BFT Orion, what tank are you going to bring up against the Cocoon Man himself? He's the Cocoon Man. We will go ahead and have the surprisingly damaging Muradin, as well as Apple Mike. I gotta say, I actually really like Apple Mike's name. Apple Mike's name just makes me seem super like happy with life. So who is your second DPS? You do have to deal with relatively CG heroes like Junkrat and Sylvanas. This could be an indication that they're planning on side lane pressure.
Anyone order a one-man wrecking crew?
Now that's unexpected. Gaslow. Now Gaslow does do very well, especially at 13. At 13, you can go ahead and do use a talent that every time you auto attack, it extends the duration of your turrets, and you can just cover the point in turrets. Sometimes I've had like 15 of them up. It's ridiculous. But we're going into the game right now. Wait 1 second, I'll get your betting up and be awesome.
Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me. And Raw to take the 3v1. Gets one. Looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
People, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Literally every single time my mouse somehow drifts up to the top and we got moving everywhere, it's a problem. But hey, we've got gambling up and that's what matters. We do go ahead and have zoom out just a little bit. Bum, bum, bum. Just a little bit. Coming out here on the blue side of the battlefield, we do go ahead and have CM After Dark or Clouded Minds After Dark if you want to be proper and use all of the letters. Skycake is going to be the Tassadar. We do have Icex playing a new Barak. Death Punisher is going to be a Brightwing. Tiger up on the Sonya, and down the bottom lane we do have Gaslow being played by Venus. On the opposite side of the battlefield, we do go ahead and have the Norseman coming out on Blaze on your orange team. BFT Orion. You have Apple Mike on the Sylvanas, Asmochad on Junkrat. Teal is going to be on Muradin, and Emo Santiago is going to be playing Rhaegar. I kind of forgot that. I do like the fact, if you notice, they all spread out, and they were just like, we need to be in a location because Sylvanas want to go somewhere. They kind of put most of their resources up top because that's the natural lane to try and cheese. It's the one furthest from mid lane. Ruffian coming into chat being like, I am here to do a support. But here's the immediate rotation down, but Venus has an eye on it. Venus is not going to let this go unanswered. Here is a lot of damage. Hey, how much are you going to actually try and get without your Sylvanas? Not very much, but Sylvanas actually survives, but has to go limping away. Says, you know what? Maybe this was a bad idea. However, when this happened, you know who never left top lane? It's going to be the Norseman. Norseman stayed up here and is going to go ahead and be locking down this experience. It does look like Sonya is on her way back up top, trying to go in to get this taken care of. You're going to have Death Punisher, Ice X, and Sky Kick jumping all around. So the other side of the battlefield, we'll have the other team. Look at our talents at level 1. We do have new habits. Yeah, I guess Blinks has been trying to learn new habits every game I've cast him on, and he never gets them. Like, sometimes he finishes the quest, but then his very next game, I gotta learn new habits. Man, maybe you should stick with the habits you have. Can't be that bad. On the other hand, we do go ahead and have Kydarian Amulet. Actually, I don't see this very often. I also don't see health bars for Rhaegar very often. The FTO Orion have a bit of a problem. Teal goes ahead and Dwarf hops out of here, but leaves Apple Mike in the dust. Sylvanas going to go down. This is a bad, bad day to be a Horde member, as both the Queen of the Forsaken and the Gladiator champion Rhaegar go down. Gaslow, be careful. Your allies might not be your allies. So Kydarian Amulet, for those of you that don't know, totally not me. I definitely know. I'm not reading this for the first time. Resistant beam charge 50% faster. Once been fully charged for 80 seconds, it bounces at 1 additional and 160 at 2. So it's already actually got the 80 and it's well on its way to 160. Auto attack task is a thing. Oh, and we have our first pause, which means we get to come back and hang out with me. Although, Delta Sniper, get off there. No one wants to see you. Ice6 is gonna go party. I'm such a good caster. Oh, and Peach is here as well. Hello, Peach. Glad to see you. So here we are, 6 minutes of the game, 2 kills for Clouded Minds After Dark. And about half a level lead at the moment. Looking at our lovely, lovely stats, we do go ahead and have clear advantage of the damage is actually coming from the side of BFT Orion. Junkrat has done almost twice as much damage as anyone else in the game. So Asthma Chad, more like Asthma Fad, and the Fad is doing damage. I kind of saved that. Very, very even on everyone else. Like, literally within about 10 damage. Okay, maybe 200. We do go ahead and have, in terms of the healing, Brightwing doing a little bit better, but not super terribly much. And then in terms of the EXP, we do have our offlaners putting on a clinic, 35 versus 34. Granted, again, we're only 2 minutes in the game, almost 3, so that's not amazing. But, you know, I mean, it's not like these numbers mean all that much. We're just getting into it. But hey, I gotta analyze something. What do you want? Looking at this, we do go ahead and have 0 stacks on Stormbolt. Teal. Okay. To be fair, you are restarting. You were lagging. I guess I'll forgive you this time. I do actually like the third wind coming out here. Not as wind more of a talent. More of a, I want to get out of battle for a second and come right back in. Sledgehammer going to be doing a ton in support of the Immortal. Do go ahead and have the Kydarian Amulet, like we said, up to 116 out of 60. 160, I should say, and Plasma Shield. Okay, I have follow alerts turned off because every once in a while you get like a kind of like transphobic or racist one that comes in. But I just got followed by Picky Lover. I love your name. That's amazing. I'm sorry to shout you out. That's like super bad streamer etiquette, but it's just, I love your name. We do go and have Hyper Shift, Rocket Boots, and Hyper Focus Coils. I like this. This is the Duelist Gaslow build. So you just get this, get on top of it. I'll be like, ooh, I'm going to hit you, I'm going to hit you, I'm going to hit you. Hyper Focus, obviously, you get a little bit of healing back as time goes on. Yeah. Now that's interesting. So this is a talent to help you clear the area better, but it actually doesn't help your team fight at all. I almost never see Incinerator Gauntlets. I want to ask what's the deal with this? but I may not be able to. We'll have to find out. I'll probably forget. Let's not kid ourselves. Unrolling Affliction. I do want to point this out because a lot of people think of Sylvanas as a percent damage hero, and yeah, you definitely can be. You can get this up to 3 stacks very, very, very close. However, a lot of times people think of that and they're like, oh, so Sylvanas is really good into Deathwing? She's actually not, because Sylvanas' base attack slowed heroes till 1% of their maximum health is damage, but you can't slow Deathwing. So a lot of people get tricked by this and don't think about it. Unstable Poison. Nothing else is really looking that impressive. Oh, interesting, we are going full slam build. Slam build I haven't really seen from Sonya that much. I mean, I still go it, but this used to be the build, but it's kind of stopped for a bit. But with that being said, I'm kind of out of things to talk about, so I'll be back whenever we get back in the game. Don't go anywhere. All right, and we are back. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you very much. Wow, Picky Lover coming in with the Weenus donation. Very, very, very impressive. Obviously not offended that I called them out. Fantastic. We are back into the game right now. We do have Icex squaring off against Aspachad, but there is a teal in the area. A freshly restarted and more responsive teal. But up in the top lane, we do have Weenus riding around on the amazing... Oh my God, wait. This is very important. Is that pony in trans colors? What is that, and how do I get it? I did not know that existed. I have issues, I have concerns. We do go ahead and have everything moving on through. All teams are currently sitting right here. Teal taking a little bit of damage. Chimera Amulet is up to 143 stacks at the moment. Trying to go through here. Is bouncing around like a clown. We are up to, actually 39 on the side of BFT. And Frozen Punisher is going to go ahead and come out. Here we have the Punisher coming out in just a moment. Do it over with Twix. Is going to move through here. My co-caster is walking across the desk. Get out of the way. I need to be able to see the screen. There is Ice X. Ice X gets booped in the wrong direction. Down very, very low, but there's a Brightwing to help them out. Walking in right in. There is Venus getting jumped on by a Protector. I guarantee you that is what his fantasies are made of. But there is a kill onto both damage dealers. Venus actually hit them with a blast and then a laser. Heal up quite a bit from that. Ice X is like, okay, there's 2 of them dead for 5 seconds. Let's take their stuff. Doing exactly what all of my allies in Storm League do not do. They'll like go for ours first. I'm like, why are you going for ours first? Ours is the safe one. God, people. So there's the safe one being picked up. Are they gonna rotate bottom? Are they gonna rotate? So despite the fact they lost the first Protector, getting 4 kills, they are actually up a level and a half. Is CM after dark. It's amazing. But you know what? Here is the rotation in. Sonya is on her way though. Mrs. Oh herself, and she might be hawing as well. We are at level 10. Do we have it? Do we have it? Do we have it? Do we have it? Yes. Oh is online. We're waiting for it. We're waiting to see it. It does look like BFT Orion has already moved out, so we might not get to see it just yet. Do you believe in magic? With the Goblin Blast. There is the Gravel Bomb, and we have Sylvanas going down one more time. Venus does not respect the Horde War Chief. Says, you know what? I only respect one person, and that's me, and even then, only sometimes. Murden goes down as well. So, Sonya being like, I don't even know your world. I don't know who you are. I just know that you're fuzzy, and things with beards die in my world. Because honestly, like, why don't any of the Nephilim have beards? Legit question.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
We do go ahead and have a rotation up. Brightwing coming to, like, this Punisher apparently just felt kind of alone. We went ahead and actually used a teleport onto Venus when Venus had full health. A little strange. I almost wonder if the this Punisher was a little, or position was a little bit punishable. Yeah, and that's how you kill a dwarf. Nice wall. Hemo's gonna have a hard time. My co-caster will not go away. I'm sorry. I keep having to stop talking for a second, reach over, pick up the cat, and be like, okay, you're on the floor now. Stop being in the way. So we do have the entire map being painted blue. Legitimately, every single thing that can be turned blue is now turned blue. So definitely not a thing we'll be seeing. The shrine is active. This is going to be a Mortar Punisher. Right now we do have Teal, Hemo, and Asmachan moving in here. Apple Mike is coming up. But here comes the invade. We do go ahead and have Ice X coming on in here, doing quite a bit. This is getting cleared out. It does look like we're not even contesting it. They know they're down a Talontier. Looking at I don't really talk about Leap because I was super excited, but we also do have Archon, Gravel Bomb, Blink Heal, and Cocoon. On the other side, we do have Ancestral Healing, Bunker Drop, Avatar, Mind Control, and Riptire. Riptire! You'll get caught up in the Riptire. I'm in a good mood. I don't know if you can tell. All right, big 4-man push into the bottom. Brightwing is actually double soaking. Yeah, I guess that's the thing now. We do go in and have a big old Teal is doing a good job leading the Punisher away, but it is remembered there's a fort here. And by fort, I mean keep, obviously. Brightwing has rejoined the team. That actually leaves Blaze to push unaccompanied, but that may not matter. We have a Gravel Bomb coming in with the stun. We have a kill onto, once again, both of the damage dealers from BFT Orion. Team After Dark is here to play, and Blaze is going to have to come back. Blaze is like, I'm pushing down their fort, and they're like, they're killing our core? Good grief. We may have a sub 10-minute game here, ladies and gentlemen. 11 kills. That is a prime number, and this is a prime game as we have a amazing death push with the second Punisher, and we do have the Nexus symbol floating tranquilly in the air, heralding our victors, CM After Dark. That was really good. So we do go ahead and have, in terms of the healing, 33,000 healing coming out versus 26,000. But here's the thing. In terms of damage, you kind of got more healing opportunity for Brightwing because that's a lot of damage coming out of Asmo. 32,000 doing more, like 9,000 more damage than the next highest Skycake, and more, like doubling everyone else in the game. Asmo, you beast. Look at that experience. Sonya leading the way at 10,000, but actually only winning by about 200 over Norseman. So with that, talents, we got those, but here's the thing. I don't know if you can even copy down this talent build. We only see like half of it. Okay, yes. Yes, you're a very good co-caster, and I like you a lot. So, we'll go ahead and get to game 3. I'll get your points paid out, and good lord. Wow, 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 wow. Co-caster? That is not where you go? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, actually, before I go, while we wait for game number 2, please enjoy the anthem, the theme song of CM After Dark. Yes, actually chosen by them. I didn't pick this one.
hit you where it hurts. Gonna hit you where it hurts. Could be a price to pay. Your time to feel the pain. Gonna hit you where it hurts.
All right. Well, first and foremost, before we get anywhere, Star Knight, while we were in between, you guys don't need to see the chat. What the heck? I did redeem once again the boots. However, we were between games and I actually had time to go put them on. So this is the actual boots, Star Knight. I hope you appreciate this. So today, I am wearing what I lovely call my punk cowboy boots. They have lovely tassels. They have chains. Nice platforms in the back make you even taller and more intimidating. All right, we do once again have the Hogger still bad. Actually, Hogger does still make sense on this map. Hogger absolutely decimates the other gnolls. He's like, I am Gnoll Chieftain. I'm going to remind you why right now. We do also have Tracer being banned out a second time. Just not wanting Tracer to be in the hands of their opponents. I think I'm up to 7 pairs of boots now. 7 pairs that I actually will wear. There is the secret 8th pair of boots that I have worn one time. You will basically never see them. Okay, twice. Do have Johanna and Stukov being banned out? We banned Stuk?
For the frozen throne!
We do go ahead and have Teal coming out with a new Brock first and foremost. Does not want to give that back over to Ice. Ice was very, very good at being like, and that person's dead, and that person's dead, and that person's dead. And I'm also too small. It's always the problem when I like get big in order for that and then I shrink myself. I'm always like shy and I don't want to be, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm important. You could have Skycake coming out with the Tassa face, and then Brightwing one more time. Brightwing very, very, very able to use the global to their advantage, got a lot of experience, and just started rolling things in the direction of CM After Dark. You're gonna have the Li Ming, the Ming Li, Apple Mike coming out, and then is actually coming from Norseman this time. Here comes the Norseman to take what is mine. I can't sing, but I don't let that stop me, so you're just gonna have to deal with the fact that I sing sometimes. Like, there's not a lot of way around it. I should stop. I should care about your experience and make this as good as possible for you, but you know what? I want to have fun. And I just do what the mood strikes me. I just smacked myself with my own hair. Poor Rackham, you'll be okay. Pat, pat, pat. Hello, Mischief. Mischief was actually also on stream yesterday, but in a very different context. We're going to have Diablo coming out, the Dibbles coming out right into the ban corner. Can you imagine if the heroes didn't actually know? If it was just sort of like a, you know, all right, and Diablo like runs out there like, Rah! And then they're like, over there? And he's like, oh. These are the kind of things that I think about. All right, the Tychus, the Venus was scared by the Diablo. It's like, I know Diablo's over there in the bandbox, but I don't care. I still want to go ahead and take out Tychus. Although, as mentioned, Tychus does mean, terrible things to a Nubarak.
Another battle.
Is that the most toxic hero in Heroes of the Storm? I think it is. I think it is. Another battle? Now, this is interesting. They actually bet out Anduin very early last time, I think. But we do have Anduin coming out. Going to be pulling people out of danger. There's not that great of an engage comp coming from the side of CM this time. Much better on the other one. You've got Teal able to go in and double stun people. You've got Sonya able to go, oh! Apple Mike and Sabro doing all of the damage that money can buy. Light coming out of Anduin to hold people in place. It's very restrictive light. Ice X. He's playing an ice hero. That's basically like unlocking. So it's one of those things where you're playing Ice X and you're having a hard time against their Anubrak, or you're having a hard time against their Diablo. And then they like lock in Arthas or May. And it's sort of like one of those Rock Lee things where he reaches down and like drops the weights off of his legs. Is like, this is my element. This is what I was born in. But once again, let's watch this fantastic intro. Whoever made this is a absolute genius. Humble brag.
Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be social. You gotta be kidding me. And Raw to take the 3v1. Gets one. Looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Oh, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
All right, and with that being taken care of, we are into the game itself. Coming in on the side of Team After Dark, our blue team, we have the Cavaliers of Calamity, the Despots of Desolation. Death Punisher is on the Brightwing solo lane. We do go ahead and have Arthas being played by Ice X. Tiger is going to be on Deheken Dahaka. We do have Venus rounded around at the speed of sound as Tychus, and then Skycake as Tastor down here at the bottom lane. On the other side, in our orange team, we do have BFT Orion. The Bouncers of Banality. I don't know. We have Asmachad on Samuro. Wait. The Oligarchy of Oblivion. We do have Hemo San Diego. Santiago is going to be on the Anduin. We do have Norseman on Sonya. Apple Mike on be on Li Ming, and Teal on that Anubarak. No one up top just yet. This is giving experience over to the side. Okay, it does look like we've got Norsemen starting to ride that way. Here we have Ice X going against Sonya. Now, I know this is actually a matchup he likes quite a bit. He is going to take False Presence at level 1. Now, granted, that's more for the solo lane. But yeah, he's like, Arthas is actually a counter to Sonya in the solo lane. And I've tried it, and I agree, although I like Rexara more. Alright, it does look like the minions are already out for the side of CM After Dark. They're going to go in and fall back, try and get this under towers. So with that being said, right now we do go ahead and have Samuro up here dealing with both Ice X and Death Punisher. Down at the bottom, Tastar getting a little bit locked out. We do go ahead and have Death Punisher moving down in order to help the bottom lane. We do go ahead and have the Knolls moving across. They will get engaged upon under towers. Won't be up for very, very, very long. Now here's the question when this comes up in just a second. Are we actually going to have them like respond to it? Or a lot of times on this map, they both basically go around trying to get experience unless they get a kill. And then suddenly they remember that the objective exists. Oh, I definitely figured that out, Rackham. Although, actually, I'm mad about it too. I'm an offlaner. Stop. They're taking our Jorbs.
All right, lads and lassies. Keep our prison camp from being captured and get our soldiers out of the fort.
So it does look like they actually remember that this exists. Asbachat going to go ahead and channel this. Ba-da-ba-da. This is up, and it is... That does mean that the blue one is going to move across uncontested. Here comes everyone else moving to well contest.
Did they really think we'd let them take our camp?
That is the question. Are they going to go over and actually deal with this? I do like that these guys actually patrol around. I think it's kind of funny. So no, surprisingly and weirdly enough, both teams ignore the camp. I kind of figured that CM After Dark would go and take it and make their opponents kind of choose what to respond to. I don't know. No, they definitely do realize that Asmo is on this. Skycake dropping things in order to make sure they can't take it too easily. But Skycake gets hit by a full combo from Leming. Hemo takes a lot of damage, and we do go to Tychus. It actually looked like Tassar finished that off, but my gosh, Apple Mike just keeps being like, okay, and I'm going to make you uncomfortable, I'm going to make you uncomfortable, and I'm going to make you uncomfortable. I have had uncles exactly like Apple Mike. We do go in at Asbachat, goes ahead and starts channeling this again.
Managed to free the raiders. Won't be long before they charge at us.
So here's where you gotta be really feel guilty for the, or like bad for these prisoners. So basically the prisoners are running along. They've been held in captivity for who knows how long. They finally get freed and immediately are like, okay, we got you out of a cave, mount up and go fight again. And they're like, can I have a sandwich? Holy crap. Can I see my girlfriend maybe? Alright, did we get Kadaran Amulet? We did. I want to try that build. It came out and people were like, it's fun. Oh, Skycake does a lot of damage. We do have Death Punisher landing and goes ahead and big old smack. We do go and have Skycake being basically the Orkin man. Took out a new Brock. Orkin man. See, it's funny because he's not an orc. Oh, nice tongue. Just go ahead and go in here, and you're not going anywhere, Sonya. We do go ahead and have, with the Sonya being down, they're going to move in here. Now, this will be scouted out by Teal, but I'm not sure there's lots I can do about it. Especially not with Samuro so far away. There are 4 members of CM After Dark here. Only 2 members of the invasion force. Teal, you're nuts? And meanwhile here in mid lane, we have had Asbachat and Apple Mike, team, the A team, if you will, moving in. My god, somebody, it's got 25 health? Alright, there's the big old stun hitting the Andu Barak. So we are going to have a trade out of forts as the bottom fort goes down. Meanwhile, up top, it does look like Tiger is dueling away with Asmachad.
our soldiers have been taken prisoner. Let's take them back. Time for some action! Let's free our soldiers and take the fight to the war!
Alright, it does look like... We actually had a commission of the laser drill here. There is the big old Norseman going in. The giant is actually secured, and it's going to go ahead and start pounding people. Norseman goes down. We do have Asmodee in the back line. That's going to get polymorph, but he is not the target. They're like, Hemo's way easier. Let's go ahead and get the lad out of here. Oh my gosh, this... Okay, Li Ming... Force armor is using Seeker and has gone glass cannon. I'm like, the damage coming out of this character is, oh my god. Oh my goodness, oh my god. So we do go ahead and have everyone kind of move it on through. Move it on to that, back to the middle. They have taken down both boss lane forts. And now they're just going to keep it on. Ice may need to be a bit careful. They do have Brightwing out here, but there are... Yeah, this is a whole load of ouch. Obviously thought their opponents would be busy with the boss for a little bit longer than they actually were. Ice is in there, they're fighting. I'm actually surprised they committed to this. It is 4 versus 5, but Teal taking a lot of damage. Wall comes out, comes in and blocks that. Norseman taking a lot of damage. Asmodee in the bottom, but is fighting against a laser drill. Weenus trying to move back. Weenus is not wearing much armor, is wearing like big old sunscreen. Teal chasing this down. Stupid character. What up, what up? Poor Tiger. Like, I just want to stop this, but of course none of his friends are nearby. Although they only see 3 people, that's very relevant. There are all 5 of them here. They need to be careful. Tiger? Tiger got a little bit lost. There is the leap in catching Ice X. Ice X trying to get out of here. Is going to go ahead and move back. Looks like he is nomming on a couple of ghouls. There's Teal. They're coming in here trying to aggress upon this. They need to be careful, though. They're not all together. And a single kill will turn this fight right around. It's just like the car whenever you're like being mouthy with your sister. I'll turn this fight around. That is not how you turn the fight around. So we do have a level lead for the first time on the side of BFT Orion. They're going to go in here. They've already cleared out the mid lane. Bottom lane and top lane still need to get their fort knocked down.
The horde's taken our camp. Get ready to stop their raiders.
Yeah, Ice X was not expecting that big push in. This is the problem. They keep losing people right as someone else comes back. Because Brightwing just respawned whenever Ice X went down. And they're just bleeding people. Oh, but this is... Sonya goes down. This is exactly what I was talking about with turning a fight. There is the big old tongue. But Anduin comes in. Hey, Did they just rip Tadaka's tongue off? Tadaka's tongue was stuck to Anub'arak, and then Anduin's like, Anub'arak's over here now? Teal down to 160 health is in a lot of trouble. Anub'arak going that way, or Dahaka going that way. Teal does go ahead and shield up, but it's not going to be enough. Tiger is fighting against Apple Mike. Now it is an advantage on the side of CM After Dark. Oh, but Li Ming actually takes out triple person sun coming from just that walk in with the light bomb. But there is a tongue coming out. We do have Aspachad takes a lot of damage. Do they have clones? Do they have an escape? The answer is no. We do have Aspachad going down in exchange for the Tychus. It feels so good to kill an Aspachad. Or sorry, it feels so good to kill Samura. Wow, that sounded toxic as heck. Li Ming, actually the only person in this game that has not died yet. And also the person with the highest siege damage and the highest hero damage. By a significant margin. Although to be fair, those two stats often go together. Not dying and doing more damage. Alright, it looks like they're going for a double boss play. Just going to put pressure on the walls, but not actually. Here's the problem though, the camps are not up yet. So their opponents really have very little to do other than just knock these down. And they're not going to get a lot of value. They'll get a couple of two swings.
The Horde's captured more of our troops. You know what to do.
Both sides have achieved level 20 at this point. We are going to see Censure, Temporal Flux, Ignore Pain, Rewind, and Samuro doesn't know. On the other side, oh, it does look like we'll have Wind Strider. On the other side, we do go and get Contagion, Death's Advance, Twilight Archon, Focusing Diodes, and Spin Dragon. So they don't go for the camp, they're going to push alongside this boss. There is the Focusing Diodes. Be very careful. The damage on this ramps up quick. Nice pull out from the Anduin. Alright, they did get that for all of a second. Okay, 3 seconds if we're being correct and honest. But why would we do that? That's boring. There is the light bomb coming out. A lot of damage onto the Anub'arak. But there is the laser beam from Li Ming. Li Ming goes in and takes out Tassadar. Mage for Mage. He'll going to go down as well, but Tyke is also down. Both damage on the side of CM After Dark are not around anymore. However, it looks like Norseman may be the next to go down. A lot of damage on Ice X. I'm not sure. That is the slowing beam, but it's not actually one. But Dahaka goes down. We do lose the Arthas, but the Sonya also is gone. Only Brightwing remains. Poor Hemo being left here trying to be like, just to hold this up. So obviously there is still 40% damage reduction on, is this Vandor? Yep, Vandor Stormpike. I remember his name.
Brace yourselves. The Horde's raiders will be here soon.
Alright, a lot of damage up here. Win is trying to save this, but I would say this is down for sure. The only real question is whether or not we can save this. It has decent defenses. mean, it's not really much of a bunker, to be honest. It's just like a area with like half walls in a few places. There's the light bomb coming in, Teal taking a lot of damage, but there's the nice two-person laser beam. But so far, Nubrak the only one down, as Machad looking not too healthy. Norseman goes ahead and gets taken out as well. We do have the second of the Raiders being hit by the focusing diodes. Well, Mike goes ahead and gets blasted by Twilight Archon. So it looks like they can save the final fort, at least so far. Oh, but Anduin actually takes out Tychus somehow. Tiger, I don't know why. Like, let him go? We do have some time to do something. The bottom boss is up, and it looks like they're going straight there. Rounding up here to go ahead and clear out this wave before she moves. This is going to be a 20-minute boss. The bosses don't do all that much early game, but late game they pack a wallop. Though granted, I don't think the boss is going to be able to like win the game. Not with 2 keeps up on the side of BFT Orion.
Looks like you're gonna have another prison camp to knock down. Slay these mangy frost dogs.
I mean, you could have slain them yourself. You didn't need us.
Free our soldiers and show the horde what the Stormpike Guard can do.
As Machad being focused a little bit. He's running down here. They do know which one he is, though. But not a lot you can do about it. Now here's where a big fight is going. Everyone is moving up there right now. They know that they know. I'm surprised they're already starting it. They're the focusing duds. Tiger's super deep behind enemy lines. Looking in here, and Tiger's just gonna be picked off. Like that's as soon as I saw where Tiger was, I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with this. Tiger's gonna be taken out as well. Weena's not gonna be very moist because he's gonna get very dry and husky. Hello, everyone, and welcome to game number 3. You thought after game number 1 this would be a quick 2-0 series. You are incorrect. You can't get rid of me. Actually, you can, but please don't turn off that channel. I get lonely. We do go ahead and have Battlefield of Eternity. The Diablo map's by far the most popular maps of Heroes of the Storm. Braxis should be, but people hate that map. I'll be strong. It's okay. We will go ahead and have a Battlefield. Being the pick. First pick is going to the side of BFT Orion, which does mean that this map was actually, they are telling me that first pick was supposed to be on CM After Dark. Someone set up the lobby as a cheat. One second. Let's sit here for just a second. Someone should be joining you right back in, and then we'll be going right back to the draft. No reason for me to go back to the screen and then come right back over here. That's silly. Actually letting you read it. Except, oh no, my mic is in the way. No! I'm terrible. I'm like Ivan. There. Now my mic is docked to the edge of the chat bot. Oh, here's Bankai coming in again. Bankai? What you doing? Always rated my channel, but hey, this time we're actually going into game number 3. So you actually get a game to watch. Fantastic. We had Battlefield of Eternity. Game number 1 was super fast. It was basically like the Batmobile. Came in, CM After Dark, just hit the ground running, walked in, second Punisher of the game. They just said, yo, we own these things. Walked all the way up, said, hey, this is a keep. And then, hey, here's the core. We got 2 hands. We can do that twice. Thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it. Hello, all of Bankai's Raiders. If you don't know, I am Raka. I am the other caster that does not know when to stop. So, was the most prolific caster in Season 12 by like 2 casts. I am fighting for that privilege again, and I will not be denied. Although, actually, I'm pretty sure Bahamut's going to beat me, because Bahamut's going crazy and doing like 3 replay casts a day. Can't really compete with that. I actually have a job. Gosh, full-time streamers. Am I right? But then last game, we were on Alterac Pass, and very, very back and forth game. Could have gone either way. It did seem like CM had an early lead, but then they didn't. The Batmobile is super fast. There is no car that can surpass. Yeah, game 1 was crazy. It was like a 10-minute game. But then game 2 kind of drug out. And now we're on Battlefield of Eternity. A 2-lane map of destiny. Also, I'm wearing cute boots today. Because I was forced to put them on, actually. Once again, the Tracer man, I'm going to tell you, they just do not want Asmo to have Tracer. So how was your series, Bankai? How was both of your series? Look at both of us doing 2 series tonight. Here's the problem. Bankai and I have some of the best duo casting ever. But we both cast so much, we never have free time to be on each other's streams. It's a big problem. Alright, better? My hair was just over my ear and I didn't like it. So we do have a Li Ming. Now I'm going to tell you, you got Tracer and the Diablo hate going on. I almost just said the Diablo hate because apparently I don't know where Tracer comes from. Super new caster, don't you know? Stukov, I predicted Stukov. I predicted Stukov. And I predict wrong? Okay, that's the question. Who is this going to be? We have Malfurion up. We have Stukov up. And no, we go ahead. Tiger says, I want Sonya. I want Miss... Oh! Last time, BFT Orion got Sonya and we lost. Game 1, we had Sonya and we won. So clearly Sonya is the difference. I do hate the Death Knight Sonya with the helmet. She looks so much better without a helmet. Just like me. That's why I never wear like my glasses. I mean, not these glasses.
Hilneus will rise again.
I've got these and I actually like them. I think they're kind of a look, but they're not my look. And so I never actually wear these on stream. I could. Okay, there's the Stukov. We talked about Stukov. Greymane comes in as well. A Nubrock being the pick coming from Icex. Once again, I almost feel like they're trying to make the same sort of comp that they used in game number 1. Something to be careful of. There is the Gaslow from Weenissimo. All right, so that is the question. All 3 of these picks were from game number 1. I'm trying to remember. Did they have Rhaegar with it? I don't think they had Anduin. Oh, really, Judo? That's awesome. A lot of us people that have been around for a bit are like doing a lot of management stuff on the side. Myself, I am the assistant manager of Can't Censorship. Woot woot. Which basically just means that I do all of the like paperwork stuff. Okay, we do have Norseman coming in with a Blaze and Apple Mike. Now this is new. We have not actually seen Vala coming out. So that is the question. Now, are we going to finish off with the same 2 picks? I don't remember them. Yes, actually, because we had cut out an argument. This is point for point, the exact same build we had in game number 1. Now, this is the scary thing, because you weren't able to deny them any of their comfort picks. What are you going to do? This is a 2-lane map as opposed to game 1, which was on Infernal. So maybe you can do something with that. They actually take the slightly buffed ETC. I'm a little bit worried there. Like, what are you going to do? You used a lot of Light Bomb in order to keep people safe last time. Stukov does not have any safety buttons. But here we go. We're going to once again see the amazing, incredible, astounding intro video that someone that just has a, how do you say, vision put together. Be astounded. I'm so full of crap.
Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be social. You gotta be kidding me. And Raw to take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Oh, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
All right, here we go, moving right on in. We do go ahead and have Icex coming out with a Nubarak, Skycake on Tassadar, Weenus doing little loop-de-loops on Skycake. Oh my god, are they in love? On the Gaslow, we do have Death Punisher on Brightwing. And Miss herself, Tiger, up on the Sonya. On the other side of the battlefield, representing BFT Orion, we do go ahead and get Norseman on the Blaze. Apple Mike is coming across here on Vala. Asthma Chad on the Greymane. Norseman is... Oh, we already said that. Emo Santiago is going to be on Stukov. And Teal on the ETC. I'm like, there's someone I didn't say. Yeah, that was Brightwing. I'm sorry. Brightwing fed themselves to the wolves. Nice double kill to start off things. Asmachad takes a lot of damage, does have to dive out of the way. Super, super low, 151 health. Oh, this might be a problem. There is the stun from the Anubarak. Meanwhile, Gazlo and Tassar are down below. Looking at a couple of talents to start us off. We do have to kill Amulet. One more time. Beef is for dinner as ETC goes down. There's the spin. Himo Santiago is being harassed upon by this barbarian. Asmachad does get very low, but manages to get out. Both of them actually escape. Ice X, no, gets chased down by the Vala arrow. We do have Fire at Will from the Vala, as well as New Habits. See, again, got New Habits in game 1, having to get it again now. We do go and get carried an Amulet, as talked about. Tough as nails on the Sonya. Rocket Boots. Good grief, this is definitely not the same game as game number 1. Guys, this is 4 versus 2. I don't know where your gumption comes from, but no. But meanwhile, while we're up here and talk at this, we do have a lot of pressure down below. The entire wall is gone. Yeah, this is definitely a spicy start. This is one heck of a Torito. There is Apple Mike. Apple Mike takes a good bit of damage. Not enough, though. It is 2 versus 2. We do go ahead and have Weenus and Death Punisher move back in order to go in and try and take out this Shaman camp. Same thing will be happening on the other side of the battlefield as BFT Orion moves back, goes in and catches this. And here is El Taquito coming in. Hello, members of Storm Division. We are close to Storm Division. Okay, maybe not that close, but this is Division A. This is game number 3. CM After Dark and BFT Orion. Game number 1 was a slaughter, but this is getting super, super spicy already. As we're going in, Weenus getting very, very, very low. It does have level 4. It does have the hyper-focus coils. Can't heal themselves up, then go and get some damage in. There is a laser coming through. Asmachad getting very, very low, sitting at about 200 health. Teal goes back, big old boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Boom, boom, boom. Guys, be careful. There is 5 versus 4. Sonya is not with you. I do not like this aggression, and Anubarak likes it even less as Anubarak gets splattergated. We do go in and have a lot of damage coming here. Sonya cannot possibly keep up with that. Especially not with Tough as Nails and Shattered Ground. Though granted, the Sonya anti-mark talent is at 7, so she couldn't have done anything there anyway. They're going to raise this best they can. Maybe get it to about half. Nope, not even that. About 60% health. And the Immortal is going to come in. If I want to be Bahamut, I could go ahead and be like, oh yeah, this Immortal is going to do 1,000 damage every single hit on the structure. But I'm not going to talk about Bahamut right now. I'm going to talk about Tassadar, whose Kadarian Amulet is not going to be charging anytime soon as they go back to the Nexus for 16 seconds. So much ability. Like, I was worried because they got the same comp as game number 1 where they just ran over their opponents. But this is a very different team. This team is hungry. This team is ready for kills and feeling themselves. Four people are pushing into this bottom lane right now. I'm going to go ahead and try and take this out of the battlefield. Death Punisher is flying down. Does go ahead and polymorph the Himo Santiago. but it does not end up mattering because we're just going to go ahead and have the first fort of the game going down right here. Still a very, very healthy Immortal.
The demon's attack has failed, yet we have not seen the end of him.
Alright, we do have a rotation up top. We're looking for a gank on Sonya, will not find it. Sonya, in theory, does not know how many people are nearby. She better be careful. That should clue her in a bit, though. So now we have a pseudo race. Now what's weird is if they actually commit to a race, well, never mind. I was like, Ice is moving up. I was like, they actually might have an advantage in a race just because there's so much more damage here. There goes the fort. But note, with 5 people already here, they don't have Sonya and they don't have a new Brock. Level 10s are online for the side of BFT Orion. Strafe, Flailing Swipe, Cursed Bullet, Mosh Pit, and Bunker Drop being the weapons of choice. They are already doing damage to the keep. On the other side, the wall still stands. They are 1,000% coming in like a wrecking ball right now. Oh. Nice movement by the Brightwing. There is a bunker down in order to try and keep people up. Stukov does go and get into the bunker, but we have a kill onto ETC. I actually thought that it was someone on the side of Mines After Dark, but no. Apple Mike being targeted right now. There's a big old boom. Tries to turn around, but it is too late. They're right in the middle of the minefield, quite literally. Asmachag gets cleaned up as well. This is where we can have a turn around from Twilight Mines After Dark, and they're looking for it. They say, we have gotten pushed around too far. We are not here for this. Pushing back with 3 kills and getting to 4 kills out of 7. Still definitely not in a good place. They're going to go and try and take their opponent's stuff. Steel sees it immediately. They need to be very, very careful. Vol is back up, and now Greymane is back up. Yeah, Sonya, you shouldn't be leading the charge whenever you're at like 25% health. Pro strat. So that's going to be a nice little 3 for nothing in favor of BFT Orion. I feel like that play was a little bit feeling yourself too much, not paying attention to the death timers. Oh, geez, I was not paying attention. Good lord. I have questions. My big question is, why the heck were you guys fighting? Okay, I have the same question. So this is one of those big moments where, as a commentator, I should be continuing to talk, but I'm just kind of like, my jaw is hanging open. I'm just like, what am I even looking at right now? Yeah, that very well may be GG. Both lanes are kind of opened up right now. It depends. The death timers aren't that long. We are sub 10 minutes.
The demon approaches the gates of heaven.
All right, here comes the push into the bottom lane. The demon has have about 50% shield. It's going to be going in range mode, looking at this right now. Everyone is up for the defense. The question is the defense going to be sufficient? We are at the keep right now. There is the nice 3-person into the black hole. There is, he must have 2 people are in there. There is a wall from the Tassar. A lot of damage coming out. This might be the moment Asmachad looking for this bug. There is a silent hush puzzle coming down. We do have a kill onto Nurek, kill onto Sonya. We are in the background. Skycake is being aggressed upon by this werewolf. Werewolf does go ahead and take out the Mecha Tassar. Only just Punisher is left. That is going to be it for game number 1. It definitely looked like for a moment they were going to be able to get this, but the answer is no. Not going to be able to see it. The Punisher is down, but you know what? We are through the shield. We are doing damage to the core itself. Right Wing, you can do it. You look like a little Deathwing. And with that, game number 3 goes in favor of BFT Orion. Let me go ahead and see if I can set us up. All right. While I wait to see if I am going to be joined. We do go ahead and have, in terms of the overall stats, Stukov winning the Healing War, 40,000 versus 32,000. We also do go ahead and have Asmachad once again topping out numbers, pumping out damage like no one's business. 37,000, 34,000 on Apple Mike, and then 23 on Skycake. We do go ahead and get Blaze running away with the Soak. 10,000 experience. 7 and 6 for Apple Mike and Skycake, respectively. Once again, I can't really give you a thorough look at the talents. We don't actually get to the end of everything. So I'll show you the talents that we have so far. Have not yet gotten a response on whether or not we'll have an interview. So real quick, let me delay time. We do have Toughest Nails, Poison Spear, and then No Escape. So very, very, very hunt down and kill them build, but not a stay alive build, and I feel like that really hurt them. Oh, looks like we are joined by Asmachad. Hello, hello.
Hey, Raka. Long time no see.
I know. First of all, how are you? For those of you that don't know, Asmo and I kind of knew each other in CCS a long time ago, and then he capriciously changed sides.
I actually changed sides to CCS and then away from CCS and then to CCS and then away from CCS. It's been a rocky past.
I'm gonna let Asma do the thing, but I just wanted to shout out Bunker Fun Time for allowing us to grow and all that.
Yeah, great. Shout out to Bunker Fun Time as an organization. Zed's amazing.
Well, absolutely. Fun fact, I was very, very nearly part of a Bunker Fun Time team in season 12, and then it fell
Very
apart.
nearly. Oh, should have just been.
I was put onto the Bunker Goblins, and then the captain of the Bunker Goblins went AWOL, and no one could get in touch with them. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go then.
That's unfortunate.
It was. But, okay. Let's go ahead and go back in game number 1. Game number 1 was, of course, on the most original and unique map in Here's the Storm that you never see played anywhere, Infernal Shrines. That map did not really go the best for you guys. I don't want to ask questions as crass as what happened, but what did you guys do after game number 1? Because that was a pretty devastating loss.
So game 1, we recognized that we were having problems with what we were calling and following what we were calling. So we decided that we were going to clean up comms and try and keep ourselves pointed on what we were trying to do. and I feel like game 2 and 3 we managed to do that pretty well.
All right, makes here's the big problem, because that's the thing. In game number 1, you guys definitely you had the Sylvanas and you moved up into the top lane in order to try and cheese that wall. But it kind of felt like after that you went down to the bottom lane. Oh, thank you. People keep giving me money. It's amazing. Then you went to bottom lane and tried to like cheese that wall, but they followed you. At what point, like, what was your battle strategy at that point, or did it get so thoroughly derailed you didn't really have one for a second?
So our idea generally was we go for the top lane to get that cheese, get that wall, at least do get some value level 1 out of that Sylve trait. But from there on, we really wanted to just try and keep ourselves with Blaze double soaking and ourselves pressuring bot with the Sylve and the Junkrat. But we, like I said earlier, we were having problems following calls, so it kind of was a little bit chaotic, but we managed to pull ourselves together in the end for the other 2 games.
Oh, okay. This has nothing to do with the games, but I just have to say that you need to yell at your fan base. So,
What?
people who supported CM After Dark put up 1,500 channel points for them in game number 3, but no one bet on BFT, so no one gets to take those points from them. Super rough.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Here, I can go bet 1 point on BFT in retrospect. Eat all of the channel points.
So, moving on to game number 2. Game number 2 was, of course, the one on Alterac. Draft was a lot different this time around. Obviously. So, first of all, am I correct in that this overwhelming, like, desire to not see a tracer has something to do with you?
No, that is not anything to do with me. That is lovely Apple Mike, our captain. He is a nasty tracer, and they did their scouting. They were right to ban that.
Oh, that's actually super interesting. I'll be honest, because one of those things that we never really played together, and I was like, okay, someone on BFT just plays a super toxic hero. That's probably Asmo.
Probably me, yeah. what was it? TLV, Samuro, Junkrat.
So I'm glad to get that clarified, because every single game they were just like, nope. So, looking at that, there definitely was. First of all, I apologize. I'm trying to keep straight because I actually cast 2 different Alterac Valleys tonight.
Yeah, no worries.
So I'm like, which one was this game actually?
This one we had Samuro.
Oh, that is so.
And Ming and a noob. We first picked the Anoob.
So what made you decide to go Samuro on that map specifically? Because that's a hero that seems unkillable until abruptly they aren't.
Yeah, so despite Alterac being Samuro's like probably worst Storm League map, I think it's by far his best Alterac map. Mainly for the reason that he has a level of safety in objective pressure that no other hero has. You see frequently in CCL how Anoob will be very high contested on the map because of his ability to cheese the objective safely, but you also end up picking a very strong tank to go with it. So for like a couple years now, I've been running that is pretty much same strategy with Samuro instead, so I'm pretty needless to say, I'm pretty smug that the strategy that I used with one of my teams like 2 or 3 years ago is being used in CCL.
Oh, awesome.
Just a different method.
All right. One of the biggest, so there definitely was a weird sequence very early on in that game where like you went in, you started the channel on the point, they pushed you off it, and then everyone just went right back to lanes until you went and snuck. I was a bit surprised that your opponents didn't really take advantage, because I think they ended up killing one of your member, and then they just did nothing with that. Were you putting pressure somewhere on the map in order to keep them from feeling safe to go after the objective, or? what was your overall strategy, if you want to say?
Well, the idea is you have a flex hero that we use. I believe it was Blaze that game. If I'm not, man, I can't even remember that game. It was not that long ago. The flex bruiser that we had Norseman on to catch waves, get the camp, that kind of thing. You have the Samuro to play around the objective and to catch waves nearby it and to harass it. And then you have the 3-man essentially roam around the map and siege wherever they want. So whenever the 3-man puts pressure on the map, it forces people to rotate to them. Well, then they don't have enough heroes to stop Samuro from cheesing the objective. Well, then they don't have enough heroes to go clear the camp or take their own camp. It's all about our main focus was really just making as much pressure all around the map and getting the most out of each individual thing we do. So
Interesting.
in that individual situation, I don't remember exactly why they didn't continue pushing on, but it was probably something related to how waves were pushed in and they needed to catch soak, and it was too early for them to really push onto the objective with our death timers and not miss soak. If I had to guess.
All right, all right. Not a problem. Sorry, 1 second.
No worries.
I'm seeing if I need to permit anything. So moving on to Battlefield. So first of all, the big question, and I definitely called this wrong, but were you nervous at all when they ended up getting the exact same comp they had used on game number 1? Or were you like, no, we actually are baiting you into this comp?
I think we were actually a little relieved that they picked the same comp because in that first game, we saw all the things that we could have been doing, and we just did them game 3. So we looked and saw, we were like, wait, we can just kill these frontliners. So we picked a comp that could just instantly pop pretty much anyone on their team between Greymane, Vala, and the ETC slide. Not to mention the Stukov silence being actually huge that game.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that last engagement, it definitely felt like that CM After Dark were on the verge of turning it. They got the first kill, 2 of your members were super low, and then there was just a silence that shut down 3 of their members for just long enough that, oh, hey, it looks like 2 of them are dead, and whoop.
Yeah, it was a very clutch silence on Hemo's part, and a very clutch jet propulsion on our Blaze's part. Like, he was... Both of those were very, very well timed and very clutch.
And my last question, at least in terms of the maps, so you kind of took the camp due to how aggressive that they were being in game number 1. Were they being even more aggressive in game number 3, or were you just capitalizing on their playstyle better?
From what I could tell, it seemed like they were playing with the same relative level of aggressiveness. Anytime that we showed, they really tried to match pressure. I just think that we, at that point, had better adapted to the comp and were able to force our advantage out of, like, if they wanted to split pressure, then we're like, sure, we'll just take your fort by the time you're done with ours.
I did definitely notice there was a lot of that, of just, we're going to string you around the map and take stuff when you're not. So
Yeah,
the last question I have, not related to any of the maps, where does the name BFT Orion come from?
So, BFT is obviously Bunker Funtime. So that's our org. That's where we're based. It's our Papa Zednam, and Orion. I believe Judo was the one who chose the name because of the connection to Orion the Hunter and the idea of hunting down our enemies.
I'm now imagining that you end up with like some sort of org where just every team is the name of a hunter. BFT Orion, BFT and Artemis, BFT. I'm sure there's others. I'm just blanking. So those are the questions I had. Let me turn it over to you for the additional shout-outs, because we kind of started with them.
Well, I have to do the shout out to Valk's mom. It is mandatory. There is the shout out to Emily, Man, I've got all of these niche shoutouts from all of these different people that I've been friends with in the CCS community. But getting into the more serious ones,
It's
I
Orion,
think
BFT, and Artemis.
big shout out to definitely Apple for being really good and really helpful for us in our shot calling. I think that without his calls, we wouldn't be doing as well as we are. Big shout out to Hemo. He's always keeping us alive through our suicide dives. And like you saw in that last turn, his CC is on point. Shout out to Norseman for being a phenomenal sub and honestly a great blaze. Some of those jet propulsions I don't even think I would have hit. Shout out to Teal for always taking those great engages, and shout out to Judo for being a phenomenal manager, always getting us
Panda lover.
turns and matches. And last but not
I wanted
least,
to clarify the Orion.
Sure.
So in astrology, Orion was a hunter and could be killed by nobody except one day a scorpion was sent to, Achilles heal him. And that was my old team was Scorpius. And it was like a low level team. And that was when I was playing. So I figured now when I'm managing, it's Orion.
Oh, interesting.
A
This is
little
why
bit
I always
lore
ask
for
these
you.
questions, because there's almost always a decent story behind the name. Either that, or it's like, yeah, I'm a Phoenix Rising team, and we all are named after stones.
It's a train, baby.
I'm amethyst. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.
Peace out, Judo.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, and last but not least, Metacom, who, when he's here, he generally does a lot of our drafting. He's a phenomenal flex DPS. The team wouldn't be the same without everybody, and I'm glad that we can kick off our first NGS match with a win.
Well, it looked a little doubtful, but you guys definitely came back and pulled it through. So, congratulations. I will leave you to the after party.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna party hard and go unconscious, and by that I mean go to bed.
That's kind of also my plan. Oh my gosh, how did you steal it? How'd you know?
I'm just that good.
But with that said, have a good evening. I will see you the next time I cast you, which will probably be at some point, because I cast all the freaking time.
Well, I'll see you then, and thanks for casting us.
My pleasure.
Peace out.
All right, with that being said, it does look like no one else from NGS is streaming right now. So that means I get to abuse my power and take you to go see one of my personal friends. So let's go talk to my sister.